beach at some point in your lifetime, or will if you haven't already. Most beaches are known as your typical spring break hotspots for luxurious resorts or a wide array of different tourism activities. However, few people know about Key Largo. Few people know about Key Largo. It's one of the top diving sites in the world and offers a unique and relaxing opportunity to go on vacation. Travel Trade Gazette says, "The Keys are America with its shoes off, shades on, and unhurried pace of life." Basically, it's a little nook of the country where you can relax and kind of get away from the worries of the world. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about what makes Key Largo so unique, starting with the history. It was first sighted in May 1513 by Ponce de Leon when he was looking for the Fountain of Youth. The Spanish explorers who then found it later originally called it Cayo Largo, meaning Long Rock Shoal. That's according to FloridaKeys.org. Jerry Wilkinson, who wrote History of Key Largo, part of it's called the Keys Historium, said the Keys remained undeveloped until the mid-1900s. In 1870, there were only nearly 60 people living on the island, but with the addition of banks, post offices, and roads, there's over 12,000 people there today. Important to any good vacation spot is good weather. This is a graph from citydata.com, a website that provides statistics on different regions of the U.S. The red line is where we know that's where Key Largo is, and the green's the national average. You can see it's typically warmer than most spots in the U.S., ranging from the high 60s to 80s. From the same source, this measures amount of days that are sunny. The dark green line is Key Largo, and the light green is U.S. on average. So typically, there's more sunny days, which obviously is important to any good vacation spot. But the environment also adds the charm to Key Largo. It's known for coral barrier reefs, bordering the Everglades, and having a lot of mangroves, which brings a really unique intersection of all the different ecosystems there. One of the really interesting spots is called Jules Undersea Lodge. It's the first and only underwater hotel. It's set in a mangrove lagoon, which is 5 feet off the floor of the ocean. And this is the nursing area for reef fish, so it's great when it couples with the fact that it's also a research center. The center studies the continental shelf off of Puerto Rico. But aside from the study, you can also scuba dive, enjoy the amenities, and people even go there to get married underwater. So this attracts a lot of scientists, divers, and tourists. But the most famous part of Key Largo is the coral reef. John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park is the first underwater national park, according to PennecamPark.com. It has the third largest barrier reef in the world and the only living one in North America. It's over 100 square miles and takes 5,000 to 7,000 years to develop. This barrier reef kind of provides a barrier between the land and the open ocean, which creates the lagoon-like beaches of Key Largo. You can just see some of the pictures, it's really pretty. This also means that the reef can stick out of the water's surface, or it can be as deep as 60 to 70 feet underwater. It's about a half-hour boat ride out to the beach. But many places of the coastal reef are called National Marine Sanctuary Reserves. So this means you can't touch, stand, or fish on the reefs, but you can still snorkel and scuba dive and enjoy everything around it. As you can see back in this picture, they have artificial shipwrecks that they sink down there for people to dive. Some of the more famous ones. When I visited, I had never snorkeled or scuba dived before, so it was my first time ever snorkeling. But it's so close to the water that you can still see everything even if you're just snorkeling. The coral reef provides 260 different species of tropical fish and 80 species of coral. This includes fish like the sea cucumbers, damselfish, parrotfish, barracudas, lobsters, crabs, shrimps, among many, many others. Another important aspect are the Everglades. And this is a picture of the mangroves that are really popular in the Everglades. More of the mangroves. According to Everglades National Park info page, Key Largo borders the Everglades National Park. This park has over 1 million acres of the Everglades. It's dominated by mangroves, though, the part that is close to Key Largo. So this brings a mix of temperate and tropical wildlife. So you get animals like manatees, crocodiles, wood stork, which are all endangered species. So you can see they're a really, really important part of the USA's ecosystem. It forms where the freshwater meets the saltwater in the coastal channels. But aside from snorkeling and diving, there's many other things to do. USA Today says it's good for birding, sea kayaking, ecotourism, and fishing, but it's also one of the world's top 5 destinations. There are a lot of movies filmed there. Today from the movie African Queen, the boat from that movie is there for tourists to go see. But you can also it has your typical resorts, beaches, and tanning spots so you can still have your typical vacation. In conclusion, you now have a better sense of what makes the island unique. Though it does not get as much attention as other vacation spots, it's a unique, breathtaking setting unlike any other in North America, and I hope you can all visit there someday.